That first part of the question where it says handling larger array of foods and toxins, they're kind of two different things. Foods, people shouldn't have the amount of intolerances that they do now. So again, the mini course, always saying the mini course, explains how when we are stuck in that deep neurological state of decline, it pushes the rest of our body into it. The digestive system cannot function correctly in that state. It craves, it wants, not just craves, it needs fast burn foods because it's stuck in that state of requiring instant energy in case it's got to run away or fight, fight or flight. That's just what it's doing. And so food doesn't even digest properly, even eating good proteins and fats, that your body can't even utilize it. They just ferment because your body isn't in the right, um, you know, the right kind of stage or place to actually utilize that food properly. So then people get more and more, I want to say, malnourished as they continue to even eat a good diet. Like your body just can't handle it. So as people heal, I take them out of deep survival stress state. That's key to healing EBV. The body can't, it has to go back into the state that it's able to engage the body's own natural healing abilities, mechanisms, which is the parasympathetic. That's the place where digestion actually starts to function correctly. And so they'll handle foods better because their digestive system is actually functioning better. People just think it's standard or normal that as you get older, you get more and more intolerances. No, it's a sign of just compounding stress. It's a sign of so many other things. Generally, it's also a big sign of, EBV and that pathway. Toxins, do they get better at handling it? Yes, they do, because it's almost if you can imagine a bucket and a tipping point. It's like it's overflowing. You don't even have any room for any extra stress in your life. It's like anything just pushes you over. So you do get a better resilience to things, and to handle those things, or your body's got more ability to process them in the way it should. The other part to that you've asked me, which is a fantastic question, is how does this interplay with your discernment? Do people tend to find themselves being less attracted to junk? Yes, if they're not in deep survival stress, they tend to gravitate to make better choices. I've had lots of clients that it's not like I said you've got to change your diet, but they found themselves making better choices for themselves. But also, there's always a reason why people are doing things. Like when I talk about deep survival stress state, it's really a brain that's in conflict. If you could imagine that we've got all these unconscious beliefs, it's like 95% of kind of what's there, and our 5% is our conscious. And so we'll say, let's eat healthy, let's do that. But you've got all these beliefs that go against it. You might say you want something, but it's all the programs that run underneath that create the reasoning why or the responses that we have. And often people's protection mechanisms, people's self-sabotage, people's procrastination, all of these things are linked into the need to heal, the need for trauma, the need to step out of deep survival stress. So yes, my clients do start to make better choices, and it's not from willpower. Willpower only lasts so long. It honestly will get people nowhere because they're not addressing the underlying cause. Like I used to be the queen of doing detoxes once upon a time, and it was just a beat up. It was just me being so hard on myself. It wasn't a nice way to live. I see a lot of people that even go through my EBV program, and they're like, it's really nice to actually not worry about all of these things, because you have to be a martyr if you want to heal it through like food. Like I've seen people try in that way, and again, how I said the digestive system shouldn't be that sensitive. And so when you heal it at that deeper level, which is neurological structures and then the structures in the digestive system, you get a better platform. You shouldn't have all those responses every time you do one tiny thing wrong. Um, and so, people do, like I've even had people recently say that it's like they just gravitate to the better choice. They know what's right for them. And it's not like they're making themselves, it's like they want to do that because it comes from this almost higher place. A lot of people are living their life out of fear-based choices, and they're kind of just wanting to escape pain, rather than when you kind of release all the pain and all of those fear-based kind of reasons for doing things, we kind of naturally rebalance. In saying that, no, they don't become hyper vigilant. Like for me, when your energy gets clearer, like the point is, people, it's hard for people to tell what's right and wrong because they don't even have that platform in their body. It's like on overload. So the more, like I find with my clients going through the healing program, like they say to me, it's like they know what's right for them. So for me, I am really sensitive to things. I'm not really perfect with my diet. I could eat things my body's more forgiving because I've got that platform, right? But it's almost like if I eat something or do something, I can instantly see it doesn't align with me. This is why all that I kind of get so sick of the generic information in the marketplace. One size doesn't fit all. Some diets, like fasting, can be dangerous for people, especially if they've got chronic health issues. You know, it puts more pressure on the body. I love lamb. I love certain meat. Some people will do better with that. I've seen people go vegetarian, especially if they're not putting back in all of the fats. They can get really sick because even the cells have like a fatty kind of membrane around them, and if you deplete that, it will take you years to realize that you've depleted it. That also contributes to ill health. I'm not saying that everybody should not be vegetarian. Some people suit that diet, but again, you've got to know what's right for your body. So it's really not just follow one kind of set rules. And again, when we're clearer in our energy and we're healed and we're aligned, again, this is all the things I do for people. It becomes easier to kind of tune into that information and know what's right and what's wrong. You know, I feel sorry for people these days. There's too much information. They get overwhelmed, they get confused, and they don't know what is right for them.